welcome back. We are going to be working on the homework page, so you should be turning to page 386. You're going to be working problems A and B with me. So I've got those marked. A and B will be with me, and then C and D on the next slide will be on your own. So what I want you to do is we're going to do the tape diagrams, and then we are going to use this spot over here to show our multiplication. So we're going to put, you should be writing this down, show multiplication here. So just make that little squiggle, and then we'll be sure to do that when we are done. So let's go ahead and do the first two. Draw a tape diagram or a number line, and basically a tape diagram and a number line are really similar. And then we'll fill in these blanks here. So I have 3 divided by 1/3, and I'm going to make my tape diagram. We are separating this out. You could draw this all together. I know that Mr. Hayden has said that before too, but you need to think about this as all one whole as well. We're just separating it out just for ease. And then I'm going to split each of those into thirds. So if I have 3 1/3, how many would there be altogether? So you're going to count 1, 2, 3, another 3, 4, 5, 6, plus another 3. My answer would be a 9. So let's go ahead and fill in these questions here. There are blank thirds in one whole. So to make one whole, how many thirds would there be? Well, 3 of them. There are blank thirds in 3 wholes. Well, that was my answer here, 3, 6, and 9. If 3 is 1/3, what would the whole be? My answer is still going to be 9. Now, we're going to show our multiplication sentence over here. And remember that when we show that multiplication sentence, we're really looking at the dividing sentence, and we're just moving backwards along it and switching division to multiplication. So I'm going to start here with my 9. And then I'm going to say, instead of multiply, I'm just going to switch it to, or instead of divide, I'm going to switch it to multiply, and then 1/3. So 9 multiplied by 1/3 should give me 3 if I do this correctly. And then I'm just going to rewrite this as my multiplication over a fraction. So this technically means 9 times 1 over, my partitioning isn't going to change. That denominator will stay the same. Then if I take 9 times 1, that's 9. My denominator stays the same. In a previous lesson, we learned that this technically means divide by. So what is 9 divided by 3? If I use my multiplication chart, I'm looking in my 3 column until I get to 9. So 9 divided by 3, that's going to be 3. And if I've done this correctly, this answer should be the ending part of this number sentence right here. So does it check? Yes, it checks out. All right, beautifully done. Let's do one more together, and then you're going to be doing the same thing where you're drawing the tape diagram, you're filling in the answers to these questions, and then you're writing that multiplication sentence here. 3 divided by 1/4. Drawing my tape diagram, I need 3 pieces to that tape diagram to make the whole thing. And then this time I'm splitting them into fourths. So go ahead and split those into fourths. That's 3 marks up at the top. So there are blank fourths in one whole. Well, if I'm looking at one of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, there are 4 fourths to make one whole. There are blank fourths in blank wholes. Well, here they are leaving out the information. So I've got 3 as my whole number. And how many do I have all together? So there's 4 here, there's another 4 here, and another 4 here. So if I count by 4s, 3 times 4, 8, 12. There are 12 1/4 partitions in 3 wholes. If 3 is 1/4, what would the whole be? Again, this answer is going to be the same. Now I'm going to check my work. So this answer is 12 right here. I'm going to take this number sentence that had division, and I'm going to check it with multiplication. I'm going to start right on my end point here, which is 12. And then instead of divide, I'm going to check it with multiplication. So 12 times 1/4 equals, and then I need to express this as a fraction. So this means 12 times 1 over my denominator of 4. And then if I express 12 times 1 as the answer to that, it would be 12/4. And we know that this technically means 12 divided by 4. So I'm just going to write myself a little problem over here, 12/4. I can also write 12 like that. And if I'm looking at my answer, how many 4s are in 12? So 4 over to 12. So 12 divided by 4, my answer should be 3. Is 3. And this answer should be the very first part of my number sentence over here. And it is. All right. You are going to be solving C and D on your own now. And then don't forget to show the multiplication over here. And you'll be taking a picture of this in Seesaw. On the very last slide, I have taken page 387 and I've just snipped out these top problems. You're going to solve them in your packet here, and then you're just going to drag and drop the answers. I hope that you learned a lot today about multiplying to check your fraction or a whole number divided by a fraction. Great job today, boys and girls.